Otakar's boy Roman found her and brought her here. She's only 16, for God's sake. I promised her that I'd help her in any way I could if she would help me find the killer. So she opened up and told me her story. Can I keep this?
Yes.
Jack the Ripper's bedroom. Alright, cool beans.
I'm a private eye hired to help find and arrest the person who attacked you.
I'm Vladanna Tominova. I haven't said that in a long time. I'm usually just Vladanna.
Do you feel up to a few questions? I can always come back later.
No, that's okay. You can ask me questions if you wish, but I'm afraid I won't be much help.
Besides the sketch you gave me, can you describe your attacker with a little more detail?
The top hat was black.
When did she give me a
so was his
sketch?
cloak. The mask was silver white. It had motifs on it, but nothing I can describe accurately.
When were you attacked?
About 2 months ago.
Where did it happen?
It happened near the park. I was coming back from Mark's studio, and
Take your time.
it was very foggy that evening. I heard someone walking in front of me. I could hear his footsteps getting closer and closer.
Not like it was that deep, was
I stopped
it?
when I suddenly saw a silhouette appear behind the fog. A man in a top hat wearing a dark cloak was standing in front of me. I froze. I couldn't move. I was absolutely terrified.
What happened
Paralyzed.
He approached slowly.
Paralyzed. They rhyme.
I noticed that he was wearing a mask when he walked out of the fog. He looked like death itself. I hadn't noticed how close he had come to me. He took a swift swing at me. As he did, I let out a scream. At first I thought he had missed me, but then I noticed the metallic taste in my mouth. I put my hand to my face and looked at it. It was full of blood. Then I felt a cold sensation in my chest, followed by a sharp pain. Then another. Then another. I screamed what seemed to be my last breath. I fainted after that. I woke up in here. He'd stabbed me over and over.
She has a really good memory.
It's a miracle I'm still alive.
Where's your bloodiness?
Roman found me. He was the one who scared off the killer. He heard me screaming, so he ran in the direction of the commotion. I don't know much about that. You should ask him.
You mentioned earlier
Why are you
that you
here?
left Mark's place the night you were
Roman
attacked.
put you there.
Who's Mark?
Mark is a local artist. Most of the girls know him. I think he's painted all of us at least once.
Was Mark acting strange that night, or was it business as usual?
Everything was fine until Inspector Skalnick showed up.
Inspector Skalnick talked to Mark. What did they talk about?
I didn't really pay attention to what they were saying, but they were arguing about something. When Skalnick left, Mark told me to get dressed and leave. He told me he wasn't feeling well enough to continue.
Was he angry?
He was, but he made a good effort not to show it. So I left quietly without saying a word besides good night.
In general, Mark was always nice.
Yes, always cordial, very polite and well-behaved. He would give us double what we charge a client for the time we spent posing. It was a lot better work, let me tell you. I only posed for him once, and I wish I could do it again.
Where can I find Mark?
His studio is in front of the canal near the old wall.
Well, thanks for answering my pesky question.
The old wall.
You're welcome.
What makes
Take
it
care of
old?
yourself, Vladanna.
And you be careful too.
Thanks, I will.
We need to change the camera angle. Is there like anything cool over here? Nope. La 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 la. It's It's the only place I can be safe in. The dog's gone. Oh. Back to my own generosity. The exit's over here, which I didn't find. Whoa, hello, my ear's going
Big
weird.
Bertha?
What does he mean by that? I think that's a reference to something, but I don't know what it is. Hey, gorilla.
Hi, Peter.
Hi! Seems you got away from raw meat.
Do you scare your new friends
I
like
thought
that
he
all the
said
time?
he likes raw meat.
I'm sorry for what happened. The chain
Yeah.
doesn't usually break. It was funny to see your face, though.
Usually.
I always do the same gag to the new guys.
What do you do for Otakar besides
Never gets
roughing
old.
people up?
I hurt people that Autocar doesn't like I did to you.
Yes, well, that's what I meant.
That's kind of
Besides hurting
insulting.
people, what do you do for them?
No, besides, I just hurt them. You're not very quick. But you make me laugh.
Wow.
Okay, I guess that's my cue, Peter. I'll leave you to your hurting people. But I think you should cut down on the raw meat gag. I need a new pair of shorts.
He didn't bite
That
you.
reminds me, I have to fix the chain.
Wow. You're a little slow in the head. You're not the brightest tool in the box. No, wait, you're not the sharpest sword in the... You're not the brightest crayon in the box. You're not the sharpest cheese in the farm. Well, yeah. Comebacks are bottomless. And Carlton gets a flashback. Whoa, I like that. Stop. Right below them. Ha 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 ha. Anyways.
Hello?
Excuse me. Hello.
Hello?
Good.
Yes?
Hello.
Sorry about this. I knocked and the door opened, so I came in.
That's quite all right.
Then I closed it.
You are...
I'm Gus McPherson. I'm a private detective hired to help out with the local murders.
You must be Mark.
Really?
Unless you already said
A
that. I
genuine
wasn't
private
listening.
dick, and I can tell by your accent you're American, too. This adds so much to the authenticity of the stereotype. The name is
He's
Mark
American?
Ackerman. Pleased to
Oh,
meet you.
God.
Likewise. Are you
Oh,
British?
okay, then I was right.
No, I'm a Yank, just like you are. The accent
No.
is due to living in England throughout most of my childhood. You see, Daddy is an ambassador. I sort of picked it up along the way. I hardly notice it anymore.
Marc? Qui est-ce?
Stay in your position, Apollina, please.
You
Apollina.
have time for a few questions?
Why was she speaking another
For just a
language?
few, yes, of course. It's sort of exciting, this private detective stuff.
This was a while back, but do you remember when Inspector Skalnick came here to talk to you? Actually, according to rumor, you had an argument with him. Is that correct?
Yes, it is.
And do you mind telling me what it was about?
Not at all. He accused me of being, as you put it so eloquently earlier, the local problem.
He accused you of being the killer.
Yes, can you believe the gall? I mean, really, me, a killer. It's totally preposterous.
Did he elaborate on his theory?
Not really.
Hippopotamus.
He only confronted me. He didn't present any proof or real evidence to support his allegations. I'm afraid you'll have to ask him about his little hypothesis.
I'm sorry, but I have to ask this. Did you
Trologist.
ever employ these women other than for modeling?
I was always professional, Mr. Macpherson. I never touched those women.
Again, I apologize, but I have to ask these types of questions.
It's quite all right, I understand.
Not really, I just made it up.
Marc, j'en ai marre.
Well, I believe that's my cue.
Yes, indeed. I must
Again.
get back to work before...
But you don't know that.
well, before.
Yes, I know. Thanks for answering my questions. Can I come back later, maybe when you're less busy?
Certainly. As I mentioned
At least
before,
their
your
hands are
best
better
bet
than
is
that
to
in
talk to
Spirit
Inspector
Tracks.
Skalnick.
Well, again, my thanks.
You're quite welcome.
Who's Skalnick?
And good luck.
Skalnick. Professor? Oh, I think I might know who he is. The one guy from The Office, right? Not the show. This, yeah, the police station. Whatever. Same difference.